Mark Wahlberg has said, this is about working out as well. He's changing his routine. Mark Wahlberg is. It touches on something we just talked about last week.
He used to wake up at 3 in the morning to do his workout one?
Yep. He would do workout one at 2:30. He'd get up at 2:30 in the morning, do a 3 a.m. workout to like 3 to 5. Breakfast, do some work. Yeah, like 8 eggs or whatever it was, and some proteins.
Can't remember how the whole day went.
Well, then he went to work, and then he came home at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon and did workout number 2, which was another couple of hours. He says for longevity and recovery, he's changed his routine. He's cut out the second workout. So now, a typical day, he gets up at 2:30, hits the gym at 3:30, works out for 2 hours, goes to work at 7:30, works his day, reads his scripts, and so forth. In between the workout and going into work, he takes an 8-minute ice bath, which we just talked about last week. Remember that? The water is always 38 to 42 degrees.
That's not just a cold shower rinse.
No, he sits in an ice bath. Now, you think about that. Water freezes at 32. So think about 38-degree water that he sits in for about 8 minutes. And he says it's made all the difference. He says he feels fantastic. Sleeps better. No muscle, no joint pain.
Is he an investor in one of those places where you can do this?
That cryogenic thing?
Yeah, he invests in a lot of different companies.
He might,
be.
That's a different thing.
Different thing, yeah. But I feel like he's invested in something like this.
Well, he says he has at home, he has his own gym with an ice bath machine.
Well, you see athletes jump into them all the time.
All the time. I think it's for
it helps recovery.
He says it's been a game changer for him. It's about recovery and longevity, and he thinks the ice bath is integral to that. Remember last week they were saying at the end of your shower, turn it to as cold as the water gets for 90 seconds. I've tried it twice. I can't do it. I get 10 seconds. You have an
ice machine at your house, Kelly. Maybe you can fill up your tub.
Nugget ice
and fill the tub. And that'd be really hard to sit in there for a few minutes like that, like he does.
But I think you won't even notice it after the first
few seconds.
Well, maybe the first 35, 40 seconds, right?
So do you think
then you just kind of, your body's fighting it, and then you kind of go numb.
You think same with the shower? I've never been able to make it past 10 seconds. I turn the water off and get out.
I bet you could.
I'm going to try it again. I'm going to do what I can to do that because I keep reading about ice and cold water.
Shock is because your body temperature is what, 70, 80 degrees. And when you hit that water, it's a shock to the body.
Is your body temperature not what your temperature like 98?
I don't think it's 98. I think it's much cooler.
It'd be like room temperature on the outside. So yeah, he's been doing that now for several weeks and said it's fantastic. And he says when he stays in a hotel, he goes to the ice machine down the hall. And
I'm going to need all the ice.
And fills.
Thank you.
He fills up garbage bags with ice from the ice machine, takes it back in, dumps it in his tub, fills it full of water, and does that.
Perfectly normal.
Yeah, totally normal.
Yeah. He says, hey, it helps me sleep. No aches, no pains, no inflammation. That's Mark Wahlberg talking there. So he's standing by it. I'll tell you, though, for me, it has been a difficult thing. I told Dave Aiken, write it down, put it in an envelope. He said, no. He's not even going to mess with that.
I admire Dave's stance on that.
He'll write down anything. Whatever he says.
Any prediction.
He's written down stuff supposed to happen 100 years from now. Like, who's going to be sitting here in 100 years? And I said, write this down about cold water. He's like, no, I don't think so.
That was the line.
I'm not wasting my time. I'm not wasting my time with, or my energy to even write this and put it on, or his spit to lick the envelope. Here's the David Copperfield story. He is going to do this. Now he mentioned it last week.
And I don't know how we missed this.
I don't either. It came out last week. In February, legendary illusionist David Copperfield, who has made the Statue of Liberty disappear, he's walked through the Great Wall of China and done many other, of course, major events on television. Says, I've been working on this for 30 years. Literally 30 years of my life has gone into this. And in February, I'll have a television special during which I will make the moon disappear. Now, if he makes the darn moon I want to go outside and stare up at the moon as he's doing this live and see it disappear.
Do we have any details?
I mean, it's got to be, that has to be it. He has to be able to say, you can walk outside and you won't see the moon.
Will he time this with a full moon? You have to. Because otherwise, it has to be the full moon.
I agree. It can't just be a sliver.
Yeah, it can't be a sliver.
I want to go outside, look up, see the moon, and then look back in 5 minutes, and it's not there. You know?
And it can't be like if you're in Los Angeles, you're the only ones who won't see the moon. No.
That's right.
If you're going to make the moon disappear,
that's right.
It has to make everyone.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hold his feet to the fire on this one.
Yeah, because I have a feeling it's going to be a TV special. And he'll be like, right here in front of this live audience, I'll make the moon disappear. But it's going to be just that live audience.
That's right.
In fact, I'm willing to move a TV outside.
Me too.
And say, okay.
Listen, I have a TV outside.
Keep an eye on the moon.
I have an outside TV.
Keep an eye on the moon. Keep that on the TV.
That's right.
It's nice to see you embracing the rich lifestyle.
Sort of.
In pieces.
I'm upset that BB Shea told me that the other day. BB Shea during garbage time. It's when I said I wouldn't buy the seat for $140.
Yeah. It's like, you got it.
And BB says, why don't you embrace, why don't you be who you are, is what he said. And I said, don't you, I said, we're not talking about that right now. That's BB Shea, man. He's always trying to get
So do you think Copperfield will do this with like an army of drones, just sort of block out the light?
I do. It has to be.
Yeah.
I remember when
how do you block it to North America?
I don't think I see no way. I see no way to block it to all of North America. No way. Unless he's got something. There's no way.
No.
What can be done? When he did the Statue of Liberty, it's like a curtain went up, and then when it came down, you could no longer see the Statue of Liberty. My father was like, that's rigged, man.
Yeah, it was on TV.
That's rigged. It's on television. No big deal. Rosebud, you're talking about the cold plunges. Have you done one?
Good morning, P1 Salisbury.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. I have. And I tell you what, we have a supply of ice at work. And it's not like a cold plunge because I think that's an actual brand.
Mm-hmm.
But I've sat in an ice bath for close to 10 minutes, and I can't do 38 to 42 degrees. That's too cold for me. But it has made all the difference in my knees, my ankles, my elbows, my wrists, pelvic girdle and such. And a cold shower, in my opinion, is super tough because it blasts your back, but the rest of your body is still warm.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to do a cold shower before 2 minutes before your entire body is cold. So,
golly, man, that
I highly recommend the cold plunge.
You do, and how often do you do it?
3 times a week, thrice weekly.
And how long do you stay in when you're in?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And after the first, Kristen would say, after the first minute, do you kind of get used to it and you're okay?
I mean, yeah, once your body temperature goes down to where you stop shivering and basically all your stuff gets cold and your extremities and your heart stays warm, it's okay. Yeah. And you can have a conversation and talk to people. Kevin Hart has like a program where he and another athlete or something like that will get into an ice bath, and they just, I can't remember what the name of it is, but yeah, you can talk normally after a minute.
Like a podcast?
They sit in you can't,
ice bath
it's
podcast?
A live show.
Wow, that's a live show. Where
that's cool.
That is cool. Thank you very much, Rosebud. Appreciate it.
Bad choice of words, but yes.
What did I say? Oh, it's cool.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I get. Yeah, that. I mean, I would try it, but I just I wouldn't. I hate cold water. I don't even like dip my toe in the pool when it's in May. You know, I don't like that. I don't go in the ocean when it's cold at all. I just cannot stand that feeling. But if it does good things for your body, that's all. That's what I'm about. You know, longevity.
Sure,
living to be 100.
That's your only goal.
I'm just like Mark Wahlberg.
Die with all your money, freezing.
Exactly
at 100.
And pretending to be poor.
Write that. Put that in an envelope. That's what I'm
pretend to be poor to the end,
all the way through. That's right. The other piece of entertainment news today. You talk about a legend when it comes to entertainment. Miss Barbra Streisand is out and doing publicity on
This is huge. She doesn't do this very often.
That's true. You never get Barbra Streisand out there much. She's got a memoir that is dropping tomorrow. It's called My Name is Barbra. And the memoir, here's the headline grabber. The memoir is 992 pages long. And if you listen to the Audible audio version, prepare to sit and listen to Barbra Streisand for 48 hours and 15 minutes.
Abs.
That's right. Man, she is going on and on about
Could
this.
your wife finish that book in one day? Your wife is the most voracious reader we know.
992 pages.
There's
a challenge. That's a challenge.
Yeah.
That is a challenge for her. I don't know that she's a huge fan of Barbra Streisand. And if the subject matter interested her, I wouldn't put it past her to read it.
And, you know, normally with these memoirs, something juicy gets kind of leaked.
I have.
And, okay. I was going to say, I'm just surprised we haven't heard more.
Here's the only one I have. Vanity Fair did a piece about Robert Redford and The Way We Were, but then the anecdote that's making the rounds is Marlon Brando propositioned her for sex while she was married to Elliot Gould. The rest of it is basically just her philosophies on life, how she came up with certain songs, why she took certain movie deals, that kind of thing. But 992 pages. And while she was promoting it, she did give us this nugget as well. Apparently, when you ask Apple's assistant, when you ask Siri about Barbra Streisand, it used to say Streisand, like it was with a Z.
I remember that.
Do you remember that?
I do, yeah.
So
she's corrected Apple?
She's corrected it, and here's how she did it.
Streisand, I said, my name is with a Z. It's Streisand, like sand on the beach. So anyway, I decided, how do I change this? I figured I better call Apple. I mean, the head of Apple, Tim Cook. And he had Siri change the pronunciation of my name. That's one perk of fame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Streisand on line 2. What's that? Streisand is on line 2. So he had it changed.
It's like she realized it as she said it, like, yeah. Oh, I'm not the normies. Normies can't do that.
No.
Normies can't call Tim Cook and be like, you're saying my name wrong.
I embraced that lifestyle a long time ago.
Wow. How about that?
Yeah.
And I don't really believe that Mark Wahlberg schlepping his own ice back and forth, up and down I picture him in a Motel 6.
I could see him
bags
doing
of
that.
ice.
I could see him doing that.
2
himself.
trash bags on
Yeah,
one on each shoulder.
Yeah, weigh 50 pounds apiece.
He reminds me of a lot like you. Like, he won't embrace his rich guy lifestyle like he should, because he wants to be able to be like, see, I'm a common man.
I don't like where we're going with it. I have to blame B.B. Shea. When he uttered that line, I looked at his perfectly round head and I thought, you just did that to me.
Yeah.
Look at what you did, because you embraced the rich
Now
lifestyle.
it's out there.
Yeah, now it's out in the
Spreading.
ether. That's right. Embrace the rich lifestyle.
Yeah, he's always contrarian, but he's a little bitter when he's working 2 jobs, too.
Notice that.
Yeah, because, he kind of goes in and out with the 2 jobs thing.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Currently, he's working 2 jobs. I notice he's a little more bitter.
He's got a little edge to him, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Just a little more.